Strategic planning is important to the Arc Montgomery County because we really want to know what our stakeholders are interested in seeing us do over the next several years.
It sets a direction. You know where you're headed, you know what you need to do to get there, you know if you fall away from the path that you intended, and in all these ways, strategic planning focuses the group, and those are the groups that succeed.
We often come up with ideas that we think people will want us to do, and sometimes we miss the mark. So we really wanted to do a deep dive this time and get feedback from multiple stakeholders.
We got a chance to listen to everybody, and we weren't criticized by our answers. They were taken in, and granted, some things were used and some weren't, but we were actually able to speak our minds.
The more individuals you have participate, they feel more vested because they felt like they had their input, which I think is going to encourage everyone to work harder to make sure that the ARC achieves our goals.
I caught up the spirit of this new intention to look at where we are and where we need to go and where we want to go.
This strategic planning process was very unique for me in that other ones I've participated in tend to focus on strengths and also areas where we aren't as strong. And this one really focused more on what is it that we are hearing from our stakeholders, what of that resonates with us as true, and how do we move the ball forward.
It was really an unprecedented turnout for us this time around. I think it gave us a lot of good information to use for planning purposes. And of course, I was most excited to see that people were interested in living a real life and not just having the supports they need to stay safe. They really wanted to be connected to their communities. The goals and objectives that came out of this strategic plan are going to be equally beneficial to the people we support and their families, as well as to our employees. I think both of those groups will see some good outcomes at the end of 3 years.
The new goals and objectives are pretty far-reaching, and there are 6 areas we've identified, and they're all interwoven. But what I find really exciting is how many of them focus on our employees.
Looking at what we haven't been doing well, but progressing with that. Not with just the people that we support, but also with our employees and letting everyone have a voice in how we move forward.
Working with the CLI team on this plan was great. Every time we weren't sure what we needed to do, they were guiding us. When we got off track, they sort of gently maneuvered us back into where we needed to be.
We've done a lot of strategic plans over the years at the Arc Montgomery County, but I have to say, working with the CLI team was by far and away the most productive time we have spent. The CLI team was very energetic. They were very participatory and supportive of us, and I would definitely do another strategic plan with the team from CLI.
When we felt that there were challenges or people weren't on board or couldn't understand, there was this really gentle guiding of trust the process will work for you, stick with us to the end, we will get there. And at the end we got there, and that was pretty awesome. And I think every person who participated in this process walked away from it with something new that they were able to take and apply in their own life in some way.
You're getting experience of making new things all the time. There's always something new to learn.